Everyone, and welcome back to the Nova Project. I'm your host as ever, Purple8. It's currently spooky season, and I thought, what better of a game to do than the Mortuary Assistant, a horror game that recently wrapped up on the channel, that I didn't realise until I'd already finished the game for the channel, that you could turn up the jump scares to make it a bit more spooky. Which would have been nice. When I record the audio before I do the video itself, so like the actual background footage you are seeing, I will probably play on maximum jump scares or spookiness for the sake of the review. So be warned, this is your warning now. Yeah, the Mortuary Assistant has done its round on the internet for a while. It's the spooky game where you're trying to embalm corpses and you're being haunted by naughty things that aren't exactly happy to see you around. Demons, basically. Demons, ghosts, spirits, all of that fun stuff. That's basically the point of the game. You are going to be possessed, so you have to try not to get possessed by continuing with your job and discovering which corpse the demon has latched itself onto. Which I managed to get right somehow when I was doing it for the channel. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I managed to figure it out. Which, again, I'm proud of. And also, if you aren't in the mood for getting spooked out in this fucking horror game, you can play a mode where all you do is actually just do your job. Which, why? Like, I get there's probably a market, but who asked for a game where you just, like, embalm corpses? Especially when the game itself is just a horror game. I don't get it. But until I turned up the spookiness once I finished the game for the channel and had a quick play around with it, I didn't find it all that scary. It had its moments, and because it was the story, it had the scripted scares and stuff like that. But once I turned up the spookiness and finished the game, it actually was more like a horror game. Unsurprisingly, who would have guessed by turning up jump scares inside of a horror game? But yeah, if you're going to play it, make sure you do that first, because there's some, but not a lot. But it does also make the game harder, because the more spooky shit you see, the more likely you are to get possessed and lose, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a sanity system from games made, like a game that made it popular was like the Amnesia games. If you cast your mind back to when that was relevant, back with like early PewDiePie and those kinds of people. The original Let's Play horror, that kind of stuff. And also, there's plenty of other games that have done it, but I've completely gone blank on it. But yeah, as I said, it's mainly just going around, embalming bodies, trying not to get jump scared, doing plot stuff, just trying to not get killed by demons in the night. That sort of thing. There's multiple endings, all sorts of different things you can get. But obviously there's one where you get possessed, there's ones where you get not possessed, where you manage to not exorcise the demon, but I won't spoil it. But there's plenty of other hidden ones for doing other bits. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what else to say. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a game where you play, well, read the name and you'll find out what you do. And just don't get killed by demons, or possessed by demons. But yeah, that about sums it up, really. It's a good game. Make sure you turn up the jump scares before you actually start playing through the game. Because there's a healthy amount, but you want more. It leaves you wanting more. Excuse me. But anyway, I've been your host, as ever, Purple8. Thank you ever so much for listening. And I will see you next time.